we just throw words around. See, because the question was about the use of words. It's hundreds of words, including the N-word, that gets people all disturbed and whatnot, when all you have to do is what? Ask questions about the N-word. It'll take you right where you need to go. I have a procedure according to the code that I have written, that when someone calls me by the word, the so-called N-word, I don't get excited or frustrated or angry or start running up and down the hall screaming and whatnot. No. You respond by asking questions. All problems in the universe always have and always will be, according to logic, based on the procedure of questions and answers. So the so-called N-word, people say, makes a problem. People lose jobs because of it, and all like that. And I guess some white people get jobs because they use it and all like that. So let's just look at what they call that magic word that's been around like forever. So when someone calls me that, let's be scientific about it. So the codified counter-racist approach is when someone calls you any name, including that name or that title, first thing you want to know is what they're calling you. So I will ask that question. What is that you call me? Did you call me that? And the person says, yes, I call you that, and then repeat it. Most likely, if the person is angry or something like that, or want to really express it in no uncertain terms. So, I have questions. I immediately go into the question mode. Okay, so why are you calling me that? You always want to put that why in there. See, it's a reason why the person is calling you that. So you want to get that reason clear. See, you're looking for clarity. You're looking for focus. You're looking for what this is really all about. So you can get right to the heart of it, okay, before anything else is done. So that you will know exactly what you are doing. You may not know what everybody else is up to, but always know what you're doing and why you're doing it. So first thing you want is understanding. That's of anything. That's why questions are important. Questions bring about answers, and answers bring about understanding, and understanding solves problems. These are universal laws that apply to anything and anybody. So, what did you call me? I call you, and they'll say the N-word. They say, why are you calling me that? Because that's what you are. You don't know what the response is going to be now, but the person might say that. And you say, okay, now you want to get to the most important part, which is how this program started off today. My part of it is about Mr. Trump and whatnot. Okay, you want to get to what part now? So you've already gotten to the part of establishing the playing ground, you might say, with the N-word. Okay, the N-word is now on the table. Okay, how are we going to handle it? Okay, so what do we do? That's what you are. That's what I am in this case. That's because you said that's what I am. And I ask you why am I that, whatever that is, and you say, because that's what you choose to call me. And that's what I am. Okay. Now, I want to know one thing. See, it's 1, 2, 3. Real easy. What do you do? See, always look at that word do. All the rest of everything, including if you're talking to Mr. Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump, all the other stuff about, these people and those people over there and those people down there and those people over yonder, and that gets everybody all upset and everybody breaks out the signs immediately and whatnot, and everybody sounds like he's talking about me, and it sounds like it's something hostile. That's okay. But it's best to get, at some point, as fast as you can, to the doing part. So you ask that person the same thing that you would ask, like just a few minutes ago, about an hour ago, that I would ask President-elect Donald Trump. The doing part, D-O. See, that word is very important. See, that's the bottom line question. You can ask 100 questions, but at one time, somewhere, you get to the doing part, because that's the part that's really going to count. Not all that other hot air and whatnot. That might bring about more confusion. So you say, okay, you call me a N. We know the N word. All right. Okay. call me that because that's what I am. Okay, so far so good. That works very well. All right. Now, what do you do? See, now we get to the part. What are you going to do about this end, with this end, for this end, against this end? And don't help them with the answer. Sometimes people have a tendency to jump in after they ask a question and help the person with the answer. I think that what you're going to do, what you're getting ready to do, or what I'm going to do to you is blah, blah. No, wait. Wait for the answer. Because that's what you're asking the question. So you want an answer to your question, all your questions. And you didn't ask for three. What is it? Why are you calling me that? And what are you going to do now that you have discovered that that's what I am? I just want to know what you want to do. And do what? And how? In all 9 areas of activity. Sir, ma'am, and always be courteous. Even when somebody calls you the N-word, be super courteous at that moment, more than you have ever been at any other time, because this is serious business. So you be courteous when you're talking in a serious business manner. That's the counter-racist way. That should be the black way in the future. That should be the codified way. We should be scientific people in every move that we make so that we get the result that we are looking for, which means the production of justice. See, that's what we're supposed to be producing here. Not just a lot of hot air letting everybody know how mad we are about something. We're supposed to be producing a product called justice. It's a scientific way of doing that. So you say, okay, what do you do with this end? What do you do about this end? What do you do for this end? If you're going to do some, I'm looking for this, one of these ends like you, because I'm going to give you $1 million. Oh, that's what you're going to do? Well, you're going to ask a question then. Well, why are you going to give me $1 million? Because I'm that N-word. See, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out things. You don't know what the person is going to say. And don't help them with what they're going to say. Don't say, I think you mean this and I think you mean that. No, let them say what they mean. They are the ones who call the name. Let them explain to the entire world why they call you that and what they are going to do about it. That's the important part. Don't let them get away without doing that, if you can. But be polite when you do it. Before you run off, sir. Before you get excited about what you did, or before you start apologizing for what you said, just tell me, answer these questions. What are you going to do about me? What are you going to do with me? What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do against me? And accept their answer as the truth. And try to get if you can, get a witness and whatnot, and they should be willing to have a witness. Say, now this is what this person said about me. They called me a name, and they said what they're going to do about me having that name and that title. And I'd like for everybody, in the world to know this, because I'm sure they do. They want everybody in the world to know what they said. All right? They stick by their word, honorable and all like that. I got no problem with that. And then we all know what to expect of every white person, particularly, who does that. You just want answers. Then you have in your code what you do as a result of what those answers were after you